It's time to refresh your yard during spring backyard days at the Home Depot. Get low prices guaranteed on propane grills starting at $179, like the Next Grill 3-burner gas grill. Or get $50 off a select Weber Spirit grill and bring big flavor to your backyard. Then set the scene with Hampton Bay string lights that bring it all together. Shop spring backyard days for 7 days at the Home Depot, now through May 6th. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
Who were you texting? What were you saying? That was good and juicy that you would not feel or notice someone hit your BMW. Okay. Who was he?
This is the plaintiff, Wanda Wilson. She says she was sitting in her car in a parking lot when all of a sudden she heard a terrible crash. A man was gathering 10 shopping carts, lost control of them, and they careened into her BMW. The man wasn't paying attention because he had a drink in his hand and appeared intoxicated. The defendant promised he'd pay for her damages, but hasn't. So now she's suing for the $1,500 she's owed. This is the defendant, Dwight Frederick. He says he's the commander of the Legion, but doesn't own the property, and they have very clear signs posted stating parking is at your own risk. Besides, the plaintiff was parked in a fire lane, not a sanctioned parking spot. She also can't identify the person who hit her car, and as far as he's concerned, he's not the responsible party and certainly doesn't owe the plaintiff $1,500. He's accused of not taking responsibility.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Wanda Wilson?
Yes.
You are suing the American Legion, McKinney, King Post 142, and Dwight Frederick. You're the commander?
Yes, ma'am.
For $1,500 that you say they owe you because someone who works for them dented your car. Tell me what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. On January 7th of this year, I brought my daughter to the American Legion to a baby shower. We had stopped and got a gift. So my daughter asked prior to me leaving, can I wait to see if the baby shower is still going on, because it was pretty late. So
some people might have done that before the start of the baby shower, but anyway, go ahead.
I know, she didn't.
So you're there, she goes in and
I wait.
Where were you? Come on over to the chart and show me.
Okay. This is like the pavement.
Okay, now you're driving in the building, because that's the fire lane.
Okay,
Check out the fire lane.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
I was like right there.
Okay. Does anybody have pictures?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, let me see the pictures if you would. All right, so you're there and you're waiting for her to come in and run out and say bye and whatever, and
Yes.
what happens?
All right, and I'm waiting. My car is off, and I hear this noise because I was texting, and I were like, they hit my car. The guy hit my car, so I get out.
Wait, what guy hit your car?
It was a guy that had like 8 or 9, 10 carriages, like the grocery store cart carriages.
Are you
on the
talking about
premises.
shopping carts?
Shopping carts.
Okay.
Exactly. And I was like, did you see what you did to my car? You ran these shopping carts into my car.
Did you see him hit your car?
Of course.
You felt him hit your car? Well, you said I paid it no mind. I didn't.
I was in the car and I heard it.
Okay, no. Here's what you said.
Okay.
I was texting and then I heard something, but I paid it no mind, and then I decided to hit my car. That doesn't.
Okay.
I kind of not realize he hit your car. Didn't you hear it? Didn't you
I
feel
did.
it? Didn't you
what?
see it?
I did, but I was also into my text.
Wow. Who were you texting? What were you saying? That was
I
that
know, huh?
Good and juicy
Yes.
that you would not feel or notice someone hit your BMW.
Okay.
Who was he? Okay, so go ahead.
All right. The gentleman that was behind me got out the car and came over to the guy who hit the car with the shopping cart.
Oh, there's a witness.
It was several witnesses.
Oh, do you have any of them here?
They had to work.
Well, then, okay, so they...
I have statements from them.
All right, I'll see the statements. Go ahead.
The individual gets out his car and says to him, "You see what you did to this car?" So it was like, I was like, all right, that's all right. You know what I mean? So I get back in my car.
Why is it all right?
Because I didn't
It's
see
obviously
anything-
not all right because
I
you're here
didn't-
with a lawsuit.
I didn't see anything wrong with my car at the time.
Okay.
I go to a gas station later on in the evening, and I notice a mark on my car.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and go back. Thank you. Okay.
And I give them a call. I speak with the manager who was on duty, and I share with him what happened. And he apologized and states that he's going to be speaking with someone else when they have their meeting.
But the bottom line is they don't pay for the repair, correct?
They never
And
paid
did you
for the
ever
repair.
speak to Mr. Frederick?
No, I believe I have spoke with Mr. Frederick. I spoke with Mr. Watson as well as Mr. Gibbs, and I spoke with their finance secretary as well.
And what were they saying along the road? Yes, we'll pay you, or no, we're still pondering?
Along the road, I was told I need to get an estimate, an appraisal.
You did that.
They're
And
going
you
to
were told
pay
you needed to
for
get a
it.
police report, and then you did that, even though you did that way late.
Okay, but
And
they
then-
told me not to get the police involved.
Originally.
Originally,
And then
initially.
later they said, well, now we need a police report for insurance or whatever. So you go and you get it. Do you have a picture of the damage?
I have it on my phone, Your Honor.
Can I see it?
Yes.
Okay, now the estimate's for $477. Why is it that you're suing for $1,500?
Because it was just aggravation.
So every lawsuit is 3 times its size now? That's not how it works. Let me hear
Okay.
from you, please.
Your Honor, we do have a facility where we provide a affordable hard rental for the community. I have a photo there of the fire lane, but we really discourage any patrons from going out there because it's a fire lane and because the parking lot can get congested.
It's barely the width of a car, and it's yellow stripes. It doesn't say fire lane anywhere, but it does have yellow stripes, so it should be obvious that it's a fire lane. But it's not uncommon for people to drop off someone and sort of stay there, even though they shouldn't. Do you not believe it happened?
She did not provide any proof that it happened. She did not.
Did you give these people who couldn't come today, did you give them to the Legion for them to speak to them?
Yes. I provided everything I bring here to court today.
Who did you... Well, I hope you provided more than what you brought here today, because you didn't bring any witnesses.
I presented the items.
Did you tell them, Mr. So-and-so saw it, and Mr. So-and-so saw it?
I did.
Okay, give me the affidavits from people who say they saw it.
In here, it's the police report, the affidavits, and the,
Police report.
yes.
You didn't know that?
After the fact, after the
Yeah, way
incident
after the
occurred?
fact, because she wasn't getting paid.
Mr. Watson was there. He was there.
Actually, I don't know that anybody from the Legion was actually there to speak to the officer, because I would think the officer would include what they said there. So that's kind of weird. Can I see a picture of the damage, please?
Her phone's right in front of you.
Oh,
There's 2, Your Honor.
okay,
Front
but
and
you're
back.
going to have to show me the damage, because I'm just seeing a car. So come over here.
Ma'am, if you would.
Okay. Okay, here it is, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's right on the right there.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little chip, like.
You're talking about that little nick? That's what you're talking about, that you
Yeah.
want $1,500 for? You got to be
Well,
kidding me.
I don't just want $1,500 for that. It was like for pain and suffering when I initially filed this complaint because I was taken out of my
And then
way.
you submitted today a second estimate for $900 for that nick.
Because I just wanted to make certain that I did have 2 estimates.
Dad, you can go back.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So there's a big sign, park at your own risk. Is the plaintiff out of luck or not?
Tough luck, I think.
Tough luck?
Yeah.
Why?
Because,
The sign just does it all for you.
yeah, but it's stupid who drove them.
He was stupid,
Yeah, I think it's his fault.
but he's tough luck, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the sign releases liability. I think the plaintiff has no case.
Even if it's a bonehead move.
Hey, it doesn't designate whose bonehead move it has to be.
Fair enough. Final word.
You know, I think it's all on the owner. I think he should pay for everything.
Even with a sign.
Yeah, even with the sign. It's
Why?
a parking lot, so he should take control and pay for everything.
And why do you have the sign?
Well, you know, that's You know,
You can't answer that question. You can't answer that question. Going inside the courtroom.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yep.
We clearly have signs posted in the parking lot that anyone that used the parking lot must park at their own risk. And we have photos.
I saw those, but that, parking at your own risk, meaning your car gets vandalized or your car gets, something gets stolen out of your car is one thing. But parking at your own risk doesn't mean that you get to assault her car when it's in there. That's kind of a different thing. Do you know who Alexis Nurse is?
Yes,
Who's Alexis Nurse?
she's my daughter.
Your daughter was inside at the time that it happened. So why is your daughter pretending she was a witness?
No, my daughter was like coming out the door when the carriages and things were at my car.
Why didn't your daughter here?
She had to work and she has a
Okay,
new
we're
job.
done. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
No, we're done. We're done. Look, you have a tiny little nick on your car. You weren't even sure they hit you. It wasn't even enough to have you lift your gaze from the text. Then we're in court. You don't have a clear picture for me to see, but okay, I do see a nick. But now you have to prove that it happened there. And according to you, you're in this wonderful position to prove it because you have witnesses. Oh, there were tons of witnesses. The first affidavit is from someone who I know didn't see it because your whole purpose in sitting there is you're waiting for her to come and tell you to go. So your daughter didn't see it, and then the last thing that you're calling an affidavit is just some typewriting that you could have done on your computer with not even a signature, much less a notary. Okay? Well, no, we're done. You have a burden when you come in as a plaintiff. You have to prove your case, and you didn't. And there's a cost to that, and the cost is that I'm ruling in favor of the defense. I don't feel you prove your case.
Oh my God.
So you're saying something as you come out of the courtroom? What's that?
I said she was angry.
I don't know. She was angry because your evidence didn't meet the standard.
And it makes sense, and it's like, I don't know why. Yeah.
And she's a judge.
Yeah, my daughter.
She likes
started
good
a job.
evidence.
Yes.
And well-presented cases.
Okay.
And yours just didn't really hang together.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, head
fine.
right around this way.
All right, thanks.
Okay. All right, sir, so come on in here. Why don't you just pay her the few bucks and keep her happy?
She was trying to get a paint job for Nick. And we're not doing that. She couldn't even prove that it was one of our employees that actually did it. So,
Do you have any doubt that it was?
Yes, I have a lot
You
of
do?
doubt. She did not get a police report.
I know.
And she came back days afterwards.
Well, you two seemed very cordial when the case was over and she had lost and you had won. You still seemed very cordial out there in the courtroom.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to come in and patronize our business, so I'm trying to work with her.
Okay. Harvey?
All I got to say is this. It is very risky to go to court, and your big argument is, believe me, Judge, I'm telling the truth. You need firepower to back up your credibility. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Ferrero. Soccer's biggest stage is approaching, and Ferrero is making it easy to go all in. Pick any two Ferrero brands from Kinder Bueno to Ferrero Rocher, and you could win the $1 million grand prize, plus an exciting range of daily and weekly prizes. Don't miss your shot. Official rules apply. Learn more at goallinandwin.com.
Now streaming. Disney Plus invites you to go behind the scenes with Taylor Swift in an exclusive 6-episode docuseries.
I wanted to give something to the fans that they didn't expect. The only thing left is to close the book.
The end of an era. And don't miss Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour, the final show, featuring for the first time the Tortured Poets Department. Now streaming, only on Disney Plus.
This is the plaintiff, Michelle Matthews. She says the defendant is the uncle of her half-sister, so she thought she could trust him. Mistake. Big mistake. She rented an apartment from the guy, gave him a security deposit, and was then told 5 weeks later that he had rented the place to someone else. She was left homeless. She's had to chase him around and is tired of trying to get him to give her back the $3,252.46 she's owed. This is the defendant, Wilton Betton. He says he told the plaintiff the apartment wouldn't be ready to move into immediately, and she agreed to give him the time to finish building the place. 2 weeks later, she came to him in a panic, saying she needed her money back because she had to move immediately. He spent her money on things the apartment needed for her to live. He did nothing wrong. The plaintiff was the one who backed out of the deal, and he owes her nothing. He's accused of letting a lady down. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $4,500 for rent owed.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Michelle Matthews,
Yes,
you are
Your Honor.
suing Wilton Betton for $3,252.46. You want your security deposit returned to him and all the costs associated with him not having an apartment ready for you. You have a counterclaim against her for $4,500 for rent because, according to you, you reserved it for her and she did not take it. And also pain and suffering. That's funny, as a landlord, pain and suffering. Okay, so tell me what happened.
Your Honor, back in about April 2012, Mr. Betton, my sister called me and told me her uncle had a place. I called him and he showed me the place. It was raw. Nothing was installed. We spoke about the money. He said $1,600. So I said, okay, fine. So on June 30th, we met up. I gave him the $1,600 security deposit, and he actually wanted $3,200, the security and the first month to finish the place. I told him until I see what he would do with $1,600, I would give him no more. So he signed, gave me, that he received the money from me.
In the meantime, where are you living?
With my ex.
Oh, that must have been awkward. Okay.
So my ex said that I had to move if I moved by August 15th, I wouldn't have to pay any utilities.
When you say ex-boyfriend or ex-husband?
Ex-husband.
So were you already divorced?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long had you been divorced by then?
January 2012. Sleeping in the same bed, too.
Were you really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even ask that, girl. You just handed that up, so now I gotta ask you. Were you trying to get back with him?
No. He slept one way, I slept the other, so.
Wow.
Yeah, but as the story.
Why'd you guys get a divorce? Was there somebody else or no?
Your Honor, that's another show.
Okay.
We can't even go there. Seriously, it's another show.
So go on.
And in any regard, so Mr. Betton gave me a letter saying, notice that he received the monies from me.
Right.
There you go. Thank you.
So what happens? You give him the money June 30th, and when do you think you're going to move in?
He told me I'd get the apartment in 5 weeks.
Okay, is that anywhere in writing, the 5 week thing?
He wrote it on there, Your Honor.
Okay,
the only thing I wrote in was my name. He told me to put my name in.
First of all, who wrote approximate time of completion 5 to 6 weeks? Who wrote that?
That he did, Miss.
He did, okay.
Your Honor.
All right, so then what happens?
He told me to keep checking in with him. I called him a couple times based on my cell phone records, called him a couple times because I figured, hey, it was raw. He said he was working on it. He was doing the work himself. And I said, listen, it's not a rush. I'm praying that it would be done by August 15th.
Did you tell him that? Did you tell him I need you to have this done?
Oh, he knew. I told him. I told him that I'm in a bad situation. I really need to be out. Then he started to tell me it would not be ready by the first week of August, the 5 weeks he promised. So when I said I would like to see the place, see what you've done, because he wanted me to meet with him to give him more money. And I said, no, I haven't seen the place. He said he had his dog staying up there. Then he said his daughter was staying up there. So it kept going on like that. And finally, August 15th came. I'm still in the house with my ex. Then he kept avoiding me, being nasty to me. I said to my daughter, why is he being nasty? So we drove over there. And one night we watched the apartment. And I said, it looks like someone's living in the apartment. I called him the next day and I said, is someone in the apartment? He told me, no, I would never do that to you. Why? Oh, the apartment is yours. I said, something is up. The 20th, I called him, and he said, okay, come tomorrow, Tuesday. And I said, what time? He said, call me tomorrow, and we'll schedule. I said, okay, fine. It's all in the phone records. I called him on the 20th. He said, 6 p.m. I said, okay, so the 21st was now a Tuesday, another Tuesday. My daughter and I went over there. We got there, and he sat me down and started doing the song and dance about the place. And then finally he says, oh, I have to tell you, I rented the place to someone else.
Who's the daughter?
My daughter.
Come on up.
Morgan.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Were you there when that conversation happened?
We were in his house.
You can't nod or coach or lean over and say anything. Don't do anything. I just want to talk to your daughter. What did you hear?
That the house wasn't ready yet, and that there was a family that was living upstairs for but he said he'll get
him out.
Yeah, by the end of the month or something.
Okay. What's going on?
Pretty much what the young lady said about someone staying upstairs, because I had gotten the place ready for her. I haven't heard from her, I haven't seen her. So I had a friend came in from Nigeria.
I'm sorry, when were you supposed to have the place ready for her?
Your Honor, Right now, I don't even remember the exact time.
Well, when
that
I
we
showed you the contract and you said that was your handwriting, did that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
When were you supposed to have it ready?
5 weeks from the time when we...
From June 29th,
yes.
right? Now, 5 to 6 weeks. Let's be more generous to you. Let's give you 6 weeks. That would be 3 days before the August 15th date her ex had given her. So you're supposed to have it done by the week of August 12th. Did you have it done by the week of August 12th?
I had it done before that time.
When did you have it done?
I think it was August 1st.
Okay. Now, when you had it done August 1st, how did you let her know, hey, the place is done?
I couldn't get in touch with her.
Okay, so show me your phone records where you're calling her.
I don't have my phone.
Why don't you have your phone?
Because my phone is broken right now.
Do you have another phone?
Your Honor, I've been trying to get in touch with her.
No. Let me tell you how it works. I ask the questions, you give the answers.
Okay.
And when you see that I'm actually going to press you for proof, you don't try blah, 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 blah. No.
Okay.
No, I don't know what women you've been doing that to your whole life, but this isn't going to be one of them. Okay. So you have zero proof that you tried to reach her and she wouldn't return your calls. What kind of proof do you have that you tried to reach him? Oh, phone records. Let's see them.
And I try not to stress him and bother him because he says, oh, I'm working on it, I'm doing it by myself.
How can you tell incoming and outgoing?
It says it to the left. The second column says incoming.
Oh, right. So that shows that you placed the call on August 2nd, and it shows zero incoming to you from him on August 1st. Where's the rest of them? August 21st? Like, where's the August 10th through the relevant date? You don't have those phone records?
No, it would. For some reason, T-Mobile wouldn't allow me to print the even months.
August is an even month. You just don't have there's just 1 month missing, which is a really good month for me to have.
Right, but I also have it on my phone, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah. Let's see it.
August 21st was the day we were meeting. That was the last one. Okay. And then September, he called as well.
Okay.
He's under Uncle Will. Your Honor.
He's under Uncle Will?
It's my sister's uncle. I just put him under Uncle Will.
Are you the sister? He's your uncle?
Yes.
Awkward. Do you have a good relationship with him?
He's my favorite uncle.
He's your favorite uncle?
Love him very much.
But I'm her favorite sister.
Oh, my goodness.
We're all family, Your Honor.
You're all family? Nice job, Uncle Will.
She's just wasting your time, Your Honor.
She's wasting my time? I don't know, because right now, I got to tell you, if I were you, I'd be studying my papers, because I'm not liking how it looks so far.
No, let me say something to you,
Yeah, say something, because right now, you got to do some fancy dancing. See, here's the thing. If I didn't have a contract where you signed that on June 29th saying it'll be ready in 5 or 6 weeks, okay? And I didn't have your October 21st phone call, what's this going to say?
That's when he finally told me that the place wasn't...
Oh, play that!
Oh, yes.
Play that! Hold on. Play that. Play that. You be thinking about how you're going to cover this track.
Michelle, this is Will. Call me back, please. Call me back. We need to meet up today. Call me back. All right, I'll wait for your call, baby.
That was August 21st. We went to meet with him at 6 p.m., and that's when he told us that he had rented.
You don't have him on tape saying the place isn't ready.
No.
That's what I thought.
But then I have him also at the end of September after
Let me hear
saying...
it.
Okay.
Michelle, please call me back. I need to speak with you today. All right, call me back. Thank you.
Sweetheart, every message is him telling you to please call him back.
Yes.
Call me back. Call me back. Call me back. Call me back. That's not exactly what
he says that all the time. He never,
I understand that, but how is that evidence that helps you?
I did call him back, but he's calling me after I filed the case in court. This is September 26th. And
when had you filed?
After I filed it in court.
What day did you file?
September 25th. But, Your Honor, in the beginning of September, I tried calling him.
Okay, the beginning of September. Where's you calling him in the beginning of September?
Between September 1st and...
Okay, do me a favor, sweetheart. I'm going to recess, and you're going to get the phone records you're missing, which is every time I ask you something important, you tell me it's in the phone records that are missing, and that's starting to annoy me. We're going to take a recess, and you're going to print out the month that I actually want to see, because I want to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Because you know what? It's bad enough when it's just litigation, but when it's litigation between family, I want to find out the right answer.
All rise.
So if the landlord doesn't have the place ready on time, can she get her money back, even if it's 2 hours after the deadline?
I think that she should be able to get her money back. It's a breach of contract, and she has every right to.
But isn't there like a no harm, no foul if it's pretty quick?
No.
Why?
It's the contract.
That's true, but it's unforgiving. Then you just automatically can end the contract.
I mean, that's what I think, but I mean, also I think if it was only 2 hours, it's a little ridiculous.
Well, it wasn't really just 2 hours, but I mean that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with her. I think that if she didn't get the apartment done on time or whatever, then it's...
She gets her money back.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, he broke the contract. There's a lot of circumstances that could leave her homeless.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
All right. So during the recess, you were able to actually get the month I really need in order to discuss this. Okay. So let me understand the defense, because I understand what you're saying. Let me just make sure that I understand what you're saying. According to you, you had it done sooner than you needed to, right? You had it done when? August 1st?
Yes.
And you called her and called her and called her, and she wouldn't answer your calls. And do you ever talk to her?
I don't remember talking to her.
Sweetheart, you're going to have to conjure up a defense. I don't understand why you're keeping her money, especially since she's family. So I want to understand. It was ready, and you never heard from her, but then you did, but then what? I'm not understanding. If you heard from her then, at some point in August, why didn't she just move in? What was the problem? What, according to you, is the problem?
Because I couldn't catch up with her at the time.
Okay. Ni tú mismo te lo crees. When I used to lie to my mother, she would look at me and say, not even you believe what you're saying. And if you don't believe what you're saying, that is why there's... Is there anybody here, let me see a show of hands, who finds what he's saying convincing? Show of hands. Who's the woman you're with? Because she's not even raising her hand. Okay? Come on, man. Maybe it's that you didn't have the place ready. And you needed more money to get the place ready, which I don't know how that is not some big old flag in your head that there's a problem when you're funding the landlord's renovations. This is a bad idea on 1,000 fronts. I mean, that's just crazy.
At one point in time, Your Honor, I just didn't even remember that I was doing this business with her because she wasn't keeping in touch with me. And then by the time
My dear, I have July, August, and September phone records, which show that she called you a lot. She called you 3 times on August 12th. She's supposed to move in August 15th.
So, Your Honor,
just stop. You have a counterclaim against her. Oh, I can't wait. For what?
Because the apartment is ready and I have it there waiting for her when I could rent it.
How's she going to move into the apartment in July or in August if you have somebody else staying there?
No, he's just staying for one night. He came in.
You can just stop. Now, you're suing for $1,600 as your security deposit that he has, right? Yes, sir. Lost wages to find Mr. Betton. Why would you need 2 days, 8 hours a day to find him when he's her favorite uncle?
Your Honor, nobody could find him.
You couldn't find your favorite uncle? That's nonsense. Then lost wages for court date, then lost wages to file your civil suit, all right? And as to, let's see. You want her to pay July and August, even though the evidence stinks of you not having the place ready and having other people in there. And you want pain and suffering of $1,300. What's your pain and suffering?
Based on the fact that I was unable to locate her, I was very, very depressed that she might bring a case against me in court, and I had to take some pills so I could calm down.
Who are you to him? Are you a friend or?
I am a friend of his.
Are you his girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, run. My verdict in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,600 plus your court costs plus prejudgment interest since the day that you paid him the $1,600 on your counterclaim 0. That's my judgment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, let's see what the defendant has to say coming out of the courtroom. Come on in here. What about the outcome here?
I know I did owe her the money, and it's over now.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
How is this going to affect the family?
Oh, we cool. It's just that she could have come to me. You know, we didn't have to take it this far. You know.
Come on in for a second. Now, after everything you've learned in the courtroom, what do you think of him?
Well, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy, and I did see him doing the repairs.
Mm-hmm.
It was completed.
All right, right around the corner this way. All right, Follow Officer McIntosh. And you come on in here and tell me how you're feeling about the outcome of this case here.
Jubileed.
You jubileed?
Yes. Freed. Feel very good.
Mm-hmm. And how about your favorite uncle, and how's the family now affected by this?
We're still family.
No hard feelings against?
I still love my uncle.
You still love your uncle?
Still my uncle, right?
Right.
Blood's thicker than water.
Okay, blood's thicker than water. Harvey?
I got to say, if it was a minor delay, you might be able to get the judge to swallow that, but this one was ridiculous. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Go further with the American Express Business Gold Card. Earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels when you book through AmexTravel.com. Whether your destination is a business conference or a client meeting, Your purchases will help you earn more points for future trips. Experience more on your travels with Amex Business Gold. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
This is the plaintiff, Lisa Marie Pimentel. She says she was evicted from her apartment and stayed with the defendant for a few months. All she brought with her was her cats, her mother's jewelry, and the clothes on her back. Then one day, out of the blue, the defendant locked her out, called the cops, and accused her of trespassing. The defendant still has all her belongings. There's no reasoning with her, and she's suing the stubborn woman for the $5,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Mary Elizabeth Ryder. She says she knew the plaintiff from the neighborhood, knew she was evicted, and wasn't thinking straight due to a concussion when she told the plaintiff she could store some stuff in her apartment. Eventually, the woman finessed her way into staying with her, and things spiraled downward from there. Why she got herself into this situation, she'll never know. But the bottom line is this: she owes the woman nothing. She's accused of taking what's not hers. The defendants filed a countersuit for $5,000 for rent and cat sitting.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Lisa Marie Pimentel.
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Mary Elizabeth Ryder for $5,000 in jewelry and miscellaneous items that use designer items, makeup bags, clothing, pearl earrings, gemstone bracelets, pearl necklaces that you say that she is wrongfully withholding from you, and you are counterclaiming in the amount of $5,000 in rent and cat sitting and some bills that you say she owes you. Tell me what's going on.
July of 2011, I was evicted from my apartment. I had met Mary Elizabeth in a flea market in the neighborhood.
You were evicted, why? Non-payment?
Lack of payment.
Okay.
We had issues in the apartment as far as leaks and mold and disrepairs. I had fought in court, and I lost the case.
So that was how many months that you lived there without paying rent?
I'd say about 5.
5 months rent-free, and the court found against you on the mold
Found
issue.
against me because I was not I was grandfathered into the apartment.
What does that mean by grandfathered in then? They found against you that you weren't really a tenant for 30 years, is what you're
was
saying?
a tenant because I was underneath my grandparents' lease as a Jane Doe for 30 years in that apartment.
Were your grandparents still living there?
No. Okay. They had recently been deceased.
Okay.
The person that I was staying with, I just did not like the environment. So Mary Elizabeth invited me to stay with her with my cats.
How many cats did you have?
3. So Mary Elizabeth came with me to retrieve my animals and took me back into her apartment.
So then she brings you in, and what happens? You're not paying rent? She's just doing you the favor?
It was doing me the favor.
For how long?
As long as I needed to.
Which could be what, 2 years?
Could have been 2 years, or until I found some place that I wanted to stay.
You don't think that maybe there should be a limit to that largesse?
At that point, I had been hit by a car. I was recuperating.
Do you have a lawsuit pending?
Yes, I do.
So go on.
I came back from an appointment on the morning of December 9th and found the locks had been changed.
How long had you been there? From July to December?
From August, the second week in August, to the second week in December.
Okay. And you had never paid rent?
I had never paid rent.
Had she asked you to help out?
No, she did not. I supplied
What was she
food.
mad at?
I don't know.
Oh, you do know. Come on.
I don't know.
Because she's the same person who offered you a roof over your head for free for 5 months. Something turned during the 5 months. What was it? I'll just ask her in a minute. So you want to tell me your version or not?
I was giving her $200 a month in food, my food stamps.
You were using your food stamps for rent?
To supply the house with food. I was going to the local food pantry, bringing home produce.
Why don't you work?
Because of the car accident. I was working.
So what was she mad at? Are you going to answer that or no?
I don't know.
Okay, tell me what you were mad at. What happened? You bring this lady into your home.
She kept getting drunk.
Drunk?
Drunk. She came into my apartment approximately August 4th or 5th, and my birthday is August 11th. She disappeared the first time, the day before my birthday, and didn't come back until the day afterwards. She told me she had a seizure, no calls, no anything.
How do you know that she was drinking?
There were other people in the neighborhood, apparently, that did know that she drank. I did not know that. She's what they call, I was told in AA when I went to the meetings, that she's a binge drinker. She stops, she starts,
When you say you went to the meetings, are they for yourself or as
I
a
went to
support?
find out why she was acting the way she was acting. I didn't go to Al-Anon because I didn't think I was enabling her. When she showed back up on the 12th, I said, if you ever do this again, I said, 3 things are going to happen. The locks are going to be changed, all your stuff is going in the basement, and your cats are going to go to the pound because I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Did she tell you that she had been drinking? Did she admit it?
She would never admit anything.
Does she acknowledge that there was a past problem, or she doesn't even acknowledge that?
No, she doesn't. I've talked to her parole officer.
What is she on parole for?
As far as I understand, child abuse.
How old was the child?
It was an infant.
What was that about?
I was in process of court proceeding with my grandfather for his custody, which I had won.
Who were you wrestling it from?
From my half-sister who lived in Oregon.
You were in the process of doing that, and what?
And I had a bad cold. I had taken some cold syrup, and I really don't remember what transpired.
What did they accuse you of?
Assault.
On an infant?
Oh, no. Assault in the 3rd degree. I was
On whom?
released. Against my sister.
Why is she talking about an infant?
I don't know.
Where did you get the infant part?
That's what she had told me.
An infant?
Yes, that she was left in the care of an infant, and the infant had scratch marks down the front of her body when her mother came back.
And did she tell you how the scratch marks happened?
She said she doesn't remember it.
Did she say she had cold medicine in her?
Yes, she did. She didn't say anything about any alcohol, but she did say she had cold
Did
medicine.
she go to prison for that?
She was in Rikers Island Psychiatric for a month.
Did you know this before you brought her into your home? So when do you ask her to leave?
I've asked her to leave, and she's told me that she would help. I would say, you know,
What do you mean I've asked her? She's still there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I changed the locks.
Okay.
I had to.
So tell me about that. When do you change the locks?
I think it was about December 10th.
December?
December 10th.
It
yeah.
took that long? Okay.
Yeah.
And so in September, October, November, you're asking her to leave, but she doesn't, but she has health issues, so you're not pushing it,
I'm
and
not
you're trying to help her.
I'm trying to help her. I'm trying to see
what
that she
happened to precipitate the changing of the locks? What was the last straw?
Well, one night she went supposedly out to see some friends in Long Island. She was driven out there, okay? She was brought back to the neighborhood about midnight and dropped off near my house. She did not show up in my house until 4:15 in the morning. The friend told me that she was dropped off at about 11:45. And then she, of course, denied everything. But the kicker is this. She talks in her sleep. Yes. She talks in her sleep. And in
That's a
her
bad trait
sleep.
to have if you're up to no good.
Would you let somebody move in if they were on hard times and you didn't know them?
No, because that's all your stuff in there. I mean, would you let somebody just drive your car if you didn't really know?
I'm asking the questions.
Definitely not. No way.
I think you're smart. It's really playing with fire going inside the courtroom.
In her sleep, she says, oh, yeah, drop me off at the corner of a
Okay.
block from my house.
All right, I have a question for you. What was it that happened that was the last straw on the lock change?
All right. Thanksgiving. I asked my son if he wanted to have Thanksgiving with us. And he said to me, he says, Mom, I'd love to spend time with you, but I don't want to be with that crazy lady. And my older son said to me, he says, Mom, she's never going to leave. You know, she's going to leave when she's ready to leave.
Right, because why should she? I mean, she can
Exactly.
be anywhere she wants and not pay rent. She's got it all figured out. So tell me then, you to ask her to leave on Thanksgiving Day so that you can have time with your children, and what?
She just started acting really even nastier than before. I had already been to the AA meetings, tried to figure out what I could do to get
Was she going to the
changes.
AA meeting?
No,
Oh,
she
just
didn't
you
go.
going.
Just me.
What's wrong with you? That's why your sons are disgusted. Because
I'm
you're
sorry.
allowing all this to happen.
Well, that's
Was
just
she
it.
your best friend of 30 years?
No.
Just somebody you know from the neighborhood?
I thought we were best friends, but that didn't happen.
That's really what happened. You wanted a friend, and you
wanted-
thought she was that friend, and
I
then
thought-
you realized it was kind of one way. And she's not that friend, right?
I thought I could help her, but she is such a great actress. in
Okay,
terms
Florence
of-
Nightingale, it's not your job. You know what your job is? To have an environment where your two sons want to visit you.
Exactly.
Now you're taking her to court because, according to you, the locks were changed. Okay, so what did you do?
I called my friend.
And?
He tried to speak to Mary Elizabeth to tell her, you know, just give her back her stuff and close a chapter in this life.
Okay.
She refused.
Okay. Did you keep some of her stuff that you brought to court here today?
Yeah, there's a few things here, but I returned a lot of things to her.
Okay, she claims that you kept $5,000 worth of jewelry hostage to rent you claim she owes her. When did you say you cannot stay here unless you pay rent, and she agreed?
She was never going to agree. There was no sense
Okay,
talking
so there was
to
never an
her.
agreement to pay rent, but you're counterclaiming her $100 gas bill, $300 electric bill, $500 phone and internet bills, none of which you had told her that she was going to have to pay, cleaning after she left. What have you got in that bag? Let me see.
And
Is this the last of the stuff that's in your place?
Yeah, this is jewelry.
Why didn't you just come in with the police and clear out your place once instead of multiple times?
I was not aware that I was able to go into the property. I did have a...
Wait a second, because you are someone who knows darn well every right that you can exercise. I got your number. You know how it works. Are these real?
Yes.
Wow.
It was inheritance jewelry from my
They're
mom.
spectacular. And you can't pay rent?
They were my mom's jewelry that she had purchased with my brother's insurance, who was
And you're
killed in the
picking out
military.
food from the pantry? I don't have these. I'd really like these. I don't pick up food from the pantry.
I was purchasing
the food from the pantry is for people who need it.
And I, in turn, bring stuff for them
That's so good of you. Every article of food that you take from the pantry is something someone else cannot take from the pantry.
I was out of work. These are things that I had gotten prior to the eviction.
How much are you suing for in the car accident?
They tell me I can sue for $1 million.
Okay, can you put these up? Ms. Pimentel.
Yes, ma'am.
How is it that we end up here with a person who showed you the kind of kindness that she showed you? I don't know whether you have an alcohol problem or not, but you have a problem because I cannot imagine that when you were a little girl, this is how you imagined
No, it's not.
things would end up. I am not going to order her to pay you $5,000. I'm going to hand you the stuff that she brought, and this is going to be over.
Okay.
On your counterclaim against her, you alternate between being completely spineless and then being incredibly brazen. Like you're just a series of bad decisions, okay? She's not your problem, you are your problem. And you need to figure out what your problem is so that your life goes a little more the way you planned when you were a little girl as well. Good luck to both of you.
And so this case ends here in the People's Court. The plaintiff right here. What's your reaction to the judge's verdict?
I'm pleased.
Tell me why.
I just wanted to close this chapter of my life. I didn't want it to go this far. Unfortunately, she chose this route, and it's over. It's done.
Looks like you kind of took advantage of her as long as you could, is what it looks like.
No, sir,
Is
I
what
did
it looks
not.
like.
Unfortunately, when you see something, it's not always what it appears to be. She got a housemaid for free. She got dinner taken care of.
Is it true that you do have a problem, or
No, I do not.
You don't?
No, I do not.
All right, right around the corner this
Thank
way,
you.
and let's see what the defendant has to say about the outcome. All right, you satisfied with how the judge sees this?
Not really. She had an immense amount of lies that she told, and I couldn't even counter all of them.
Are you a helper or an enabler?
I thought I was helping her. I think
Which are
that
you?
I just have to be more discerning in who I deal with.
Okay, Harvey.
Well, I can do this real fast. Before you let anybody into your life, and especially moving in, you better know exactly who that person is.